didn't get home from the film session thing with Jovan till like 10:30. Then we went out to eat at Red Robin. I went to bed late, so it's already like 10 in the morning, and I need to get going. Waking up. Morning. It's home game day at the home. I did not go to field painting because Jovan said to go on up to Joel's, do film stuff, which is exactly what I needed, what I've been looking for a while. I just haven't been able to get someone to do it. Everyone's like, sure, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll just sit down sometime and we'll go over it. It's been 3 years, folks. I mean, Brad was going to do it, kind of, and then he moved out to Nebraska, and then Willie kept saying he was going to do it, but every time I kept trying to do this, it just like schedules never seem to work out with like 4 or 5 people. It just was like, holy crap. I got to get some stretches done because my heels feel weird. But yeah, I did get some long snaps off yesterday for Nick. A little bit while he was running routes with, well, he was showing, Willie was running routes from the playbook. So I was only like hiking 5 yards. But then we went to punt return, and so I was like 12 to 15. I kept scooting back a little bit. It was just ever so slightly because when you long snap, you kind of hop a little bit. So, and I wasn't wearing my cleats because I wasn't running or anything, and yeah, so I only have underwear on right now. You long snap, you kind of, and so ever so often, I mean, that was even terrible form because I was trying to hold the camera, but you scoop, you kind of jump a little bit. If you watch videos on it, you'll see there's a little bit of a hop involved in it. So I'm probably going to go out sometime this next week, take both my balls and just try to hit a target. I mean, like PRD or something, rather than wait on Nick or Willie, because they're gonna get bored. Honestly, they're not gonna sit there and have me do it like 50 times. They're gonna be like, okay, you did it 5 times, we're cool, let's move on to something more interesting. And it's just how people are. Aaron does it too. He's like, we've already done like 6 daily quests, can we go into like a dungeon or something? I'm like, what? Anyways, and so, yeah, I think I might want to head out to Dick's to see if there's see if I can get some socks like mine that are the padded socks but are black, because this is a blackout game, and even if they are going to be underneath my tights, there's still that little bit between the cleat and the thing that could be awkward. Plus I just need new ones. These are old. But anyways, I'm going to put you back on the charger. See you guys once we wake up. Right, it's like 12:30 and we're heading out to go get some lunch-ish stuff and then go by Dick's and see if I can get some black athletic socks. Oh, I finally put the light in. Was it bright last night and I didn't notice? Just for so many years there's been like a light on the front of that thing that I didn't notice that it was lit, because it wasn't lit for very long. It wasn't unlit. I'm losing my mind. I'm looking for padded socks, like the white ones that I have, but black. And I might, because they do everything by sports here, which is understandable. So around the shoe area, considering it's like soccer and baseball season, all the basketball and baseball and soccer socks are around here, not football socks, which are much more padded. So I might have to go over to like where all the safety stuff is, where I can buy KT tape and stuff, thinking they might have socks over there too. I mean, I found some from Under Armour right here, but I can't find the long ones. It's just short, long. And they've got like one pair here, but it's like red and white. These are packs. And those are packs around the edge. But I want this one. Can I just take it off model? And then go try to find another one that's modeling it somewhere? I mean, they are technically, I believe, right here, right?
I don't think those are the heat gear.
But they still...
I think they're resistor.
Oh. No, because they got a lighter silver versus the dark. No, it doesn't have any stripes. I mean, it does, but not any very visible stripes. It shouldn't be this hard to find socks inside Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's go over to the other side and figure out if we can find them over there. All right, so we didn't find fully black socks like I was thinking of that were Nike and the Speed or whatever. So we got Under Armour Unrivaled. They're Stars and Stripes, which is like the uniform. We're doing blackout today, but that's just the part that's actually going to be showing underneath my tights and stuff is going to be right here. So in theory, but again, so now I'll have to get something to eat. Okay, so I checked the chat. We're not going to have locker rooms. I don't mind this. I can just change in the back of the car like I usually do or whatnot. But
Could make some people uncomfortable.
yeah, well, I got pants, girdle, cleats, mouthpiece, power bar. Yeah. Apparently the school is just not letting us in. It's not that the school doesn't have locker rooms. The school isn't open on the weekends or something like that. I don't know. But we gotta swing down, pick up Willie and stuff. And then we'll be on the road up to Woodland. Alright, we're heading down the hill. We got Willie back there. What's up? Are you sure you got him on camera there, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like trying to in between us where it gets smaller and smaller. Anyways. And the hill traffic's not that bad, but we still have last minute people jumping over. Now the guy in front of us has like barely any brake lights.
Like the dimmest lights.
Yeah. It's so bad. But I-5 North is not too terribly bad. It's just getting into Portland right now apparently is a problem. But yeah, you anything, Aaron?
No.
Okay.
And it's deep in the middle. Race to the outside. On the scrambles. Went down the back wheel. Alright, we're going to handle it in the middle to David Taylor for the first down. A big, powerful run. Again, up the middle to David. Holes for David off the line. drop deep. Goes ball out of the middle. And the ball's running. Fielded by Tyler Manring. And the big man runs downfield and back, goes to the right. Quarterback Keith runs to the left. And here we go. Back to that. Ball is deep down the middle. Picked up by Will Lowe, who finds some lanes, keeps driving. And Kroger's set to kick. Ball is low on the ground. Down high, big hit. Set up first down. Ball deep. Caught. Around the middle of the Vipers. Ball away, nice catch. Got back. They're doing it on the sideline. Slide it down. Keeps on rolling. Finally picked up at the 10-yard line. Ball carrier shakes from the forward player.
Inside!
Chase down finally. And the Vipers trying to go for two. And it is caught. The conversion is good. Jerry Meister handoff in the middle.
Got plenty of brightness though.
I know. So, what was the end score? I forgot. It was like 31 to 14. And Marty was mad at me just because Marty's mad at me. I don't know why.
Which one's Marty?
He was there 24. He was
Oh.
the other. It might have been the fact that I don't know. Marty is Marty. He didn't like me on the pit bulls.
No, dude, you just didn't like because his team was getting beat up.
Well, that too. But he didn't like me when we were on the same team, on the pit bulls.
So there was also some guy walking around in a basketball jersey, number 24, black, and I was like, what is going on with all these people who are 24s?
Well, that's a Kobe Bryant jersey. I think he's related to Alton. This is his cousin or his brother.
Yeah, there's that. But
That's
oh my
all
god,
Kobe
when we
jersey.
did we did that punt and I saw 15 roll down on Gunner, I was like, there's gonna be a fight right there.
Dude, I thought 15 was gonna try to fight me. He was all over me, and I was like, dude, I didn't blast you. That was Gunner, and he tried to still slam me. Yeah.
You gonna go talk to Jovan or help him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I've already taken all my. Oh, we need to go help the cheerleaders, maybe. He said both, yeah.
Oh, I can't see shit.
I know. Fell.
You saw me, I fell too.
No, and then the very next, like, you went against, I don't know,
It was me and Rudy.
Rudy,
I
and
was
then
falling
you
the whole
tripped.
time, yeah, I
You
was
tripped, and I was like, okay, not that bad. We good. I was like, if Willie can fall in this field, then, you know, anybody can fall in this field. But I didn't fall during the game. Although, there was something, like, I saw the first guy on the kickoff that pinned me. The third kickoff, I went up against him again and he started tracking on me. And I was like, stay in your lane, stay in your lane. I'm gonna run into this guy and he is like Tyler sized. There is nothing I can do. So I literally jumped out of my lane, cut across the field horizontally, and then like hairpinned behind him and ran back. I was like, please tell me Aaron got that on film. I'm gonna find that on Huddle and I just wanna look at it. That's right, hairpin is this motion.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a couple lumps, but it's grass, so.
Yeah, that was a remarkably, it was a good field.
I like the shade setting for the home.
Yeah.
Because we had sun for a little while in the beginning, but then it dips behind the trees and we get shaded, and then they stay in the sun the entire time and get roasted.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was part of probably what was kicking their butt also. But that 15, Jesus, he wanted to kill somebody, either Willie or Gunner or...
He wanted me so bad, and I don't understand why. All I did was block him, dude. I did my job. And he was like, all right, next time I'm gonna slam you on your neck. And I was like, why? I was like, the fuck? And then he tried to do it the next play, and I was like, bro, play's over, and he's still trying to slam me.
Yeah, I'm so glad, because I literally, like, I put my hand right on the 34's breastbone, because I was like, no, I'm just gonna, like, stiff arm you so you can't run any further. And then, like, he tried to dip out of the way, and I moved up into his neck, and I'm like, someone's gonna call a flag on me, because I'm literally choking this guy. And then the play was over. But I was like, bad. Like, it was a little bit in my head that Marty was like, oh, it's the weakest guy on their defense. And then to realize that Jovan then realized that they were going to try to send the ball that way because they're like, he's a weak receiver.
What's sad is you were still right there.
Yeah, like, Marty's like, oh, you're slow. And I'm like, you know, I've heard I'm slow from time.
Yeah, but at least you didn't let up a touchdown, though.
Yeah, I'm like,
He did.
I've heard I'm slow from various receivers. Never Danny.
I've never told you.
You've never told me. Danny's never told me.
And I know
Gunner's
you're
never
slow.
told me. I think maybe GK said it once in a while. He goes, dude, I had you beat. But he was more of a frustrated because he didn't get the ball or something. But anyways, it's like, you know, nobody had me terribly, terribly bad. Even Twan, when he was trying. There was a couple times I hear the, go! And Twan didn't move, and I was like, I'm just gonna turn in field for a run. Because if Twan is not moving, the guy's not gonna waste any more years off his life.
Twan should just stay with us. I don't know what he was thinking.
That dude bounces around like the clap in a Vegas hooker.
I ain't just he just wants the ball, but like no one wants to give him the ball, so it's like, bro, just stay with a good team. I just can't believe that they thought that team was gonna hang with us. We shouldn't even have let them score. Like that one touchdown was complete luck. And then the second one, we kind of just gave him that. Miguel gave him a feel-good one.
Yeah, the one on defense over, like, Dre tried. I seriously saw when Dre knew that ball was coming, he went full stick figure long stride. I saw Dre turn on the jets, and that's when I realized Dre wasn't. Someone missed, because I was like, you don't have that much open field. If you're in cover 3, Dre doesn't play up that close. If you're in cover 1, well, Dre would have stayed with him. Like, I watched all the last film. Dre stays with people. He gave him a bump and then stayed in the flats. And nobody was guarding him. And was like there was nobody on that side of the field. I couldn't figure out who was supposed to be out there. There was nobody anywhere close to that part of the field. And I was like, somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna get pulled off the field and someone's gonna die. And then my brain went ding 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 ding. Ah, I know who it was. So I made it home. It's 11:48. We stopped by Banning's and had a nice after game dinner chat. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
One of those kind of things where it's like, I know Aaron has gone out with like, you know, Amanda and whatnot. See, like at his game, at his D&D stuff, it's like saying, well, I hung out with my friends at a football game. Well, you kind of did, but you guys had a purpose. And you kind of did stuff together, but there's nothing like just going someplace and like reminiscing about game and having food. Like what we'd do, we'd have game night at Clark, and then we'd go to Sherry's afterwards. Yeah. It's totally different. And this was what that was. And that's the kind of thing that I know Aaron probably needs more amongst people. Yeah. Not so much going out and doing things with people, because he can go out and socialize at work. Throw them on my... where to put my other socks. I have my athletic wear pile over there. But that's kind of the same thing, but there's not really anybody, like, nobody's there that's like super geeky or does any, or talks about anything that's going on other than work in his life.
Yeah.
So we should probably arrange sometime soon to do something with Amanda. Not just Amanda and Tom, just Amanda. Tom can stay home with the boys.
Yeah.
But just get Amanda out of the house, go eat something. But anyways, so that bucko's new. This is healing, but may get worse because it felt weird after the game. But then again, that one's new. I think that's the old one. Or is that just hair? No, that's an old one. Because I can see it in the camera, but I can't see it in my... See what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's my undergear line. I don't think anything else. Is there any... I didn't really get hit anywhere else. I know.
Sure, the thing on your knee, right?
Oh. Ow. Seriously, just ran it into the counter.
Nice.
Yeah, that through my pants and my tights. Like my girdle comes down to here with the cloth down to like there. Like it's far enough down you could almost have knee pads, but the knee pads would come down to here. There's my. That tells you something when the ribbing and protective area of the calf sleeve, that gold part, left its imprint right there.
Yeah.
Because I bet if you look.
Yeah, it's on the other side too.
Yeah, it has that Y shape.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what... Why is there a 5 here?
Because I took the 10 out of my wallet and used it to pay my entry, and entry was $5.
Oh, that's cheap. That's way cheap.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's good. And we're just playing by the rules this time. Aaron is filming for the vlogs, and he stays out of the way. Nobody said anything yet. It's been 3 games.
Yeah. I have a bunch of ones.
He pays to get in, so...
No idea why I have so many ones.
But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go take a puff, lay down on the bed.
Tape my leg.
I'm gonna actually KT tape his leg. I'm gonna try, because I saw an IT band, and every time he says, "Oh, my leg's sore," he's always reaching down into that area. So I'm gonna try a taping thing on him before I
pass out.
Yep, I'm going down.
Yeah.
See you guys in the morning. Morning. And so, I, waffles, cold coffee. I haven't made any new coffee. I'm just like dead this morning. I woke up, I had like a bunch of notifications. I'm not at Bull Mountain anymore. AccuWeather, actualize. Okay, Beaverton works. How hot is it currently outside? That's the battery percentage. 56, real fill, 70, but we have a special weather statement. Becoming noticeably warmer hourly. 87 degrees at like 4 or 5 o'clock. Gonna real feel like 90. What do we have on the 3-day? 87, 92, 81. Winter's going out fast. Spring will be back. Because even on a 4-day forecast, it's putting Wednesday at 62 degrees. But we're definitely, as I have told people many times in the past, if you live in a relatively volatile weather area, like we do, you can see that spring and fall are just wars between winter and summer. And it's actually hilarious. And you gotta more look longer, big picture, not like hour to hour, which I know a lot of humans like to think of as weather and climate per se. But you gotta look in that weird time between weather, which can be on a day-to-day basis, and what's going on like right now, and you need to, but not go all the way up to climate, which is like year upon year trends, or year after year, like this summer and then this summer, then this summer and this summer, and you need to do 5 years in a row of just the summers. And that could be any arbitrary part you want, as long as you always measure the same thing. You know, it can be June, July, August, September. As long as those 5 years always include that, you can say, hey, look, these temperatures have been up, the precipitation has been down, the precipitation has been up, yada yada. For this, so that goes for all testing. If you do any testing, make sure that your test size is the same. That way your percentages work out to be the same. But when you watch like the weather around here, like winter says, no, I'm not going anywhere. And summer's like, no, it's my time. My time, bitch. And so you get usually like sometime back in late March, early April, you'll have like that 70-degree sunny day. And that's when all the people in Portland are like, yay! And they'll consider winter gone. But winter's just starting to lose the battle. And then like, it might take a week or two, and then you might get another 70-day, or 1 or 2 70 days. And then the clouds are gonna start not showing up nearly as much. But it'll take like a week, and then like 2 days, no clouds. May not get that warm, but you'll have no clouds. We were a little delayed this year in like April, and things start happening in May because April showers hath May flowers. Anyways, but like right now we had warm weather before, and we had the one day that was really warm, and I went tank top and shorts to the bus station early in the morning at like 7:30 in the morning, and then I had a really good time. And then like we had one day at 70 with sunny weather, and then we had like 75, then we had 2 days 75 plus like a week later, and then we had 5 days at 75 plus, and now we've hit the official heat wave where we're gonna be like 80s to 90s for like 3 days, and then we're gonna dip back down because winter's like, no, it's my ground, and summer's like, oh hell no. And it's gonna suck it to another one, and we may have a decent, and this might be that we have a decent weekend, but it's like the hours of, or the, I guess the hours, even though it works out into days, the hours of winter shorten and the hours of summer lengthen. Summer starts winning. And once we have the heat wave is when we start winning, when summer starts winning, because it's throwing out the big guns. But anyways, but yeah, it looked like checkers last night because they were in such stark red. I'm not sure if it was cardinal red or if it was scarlet red or whatever. I'm just gonna call that stark red. Like they almost look like Iron Man red. Let me go ask Aaron. Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Would you say that they were Iron Man red last night? I know he's got mostly like yellow and orange throughout his things, but his red plates on his thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to give them the benefit of saying that they were Iron Man, but that's the kind of red, if you guys didn't see much of their uniforms, which you probably did, because I haven't looked at any of the footage. I didn't get my morning started. I'm stupid. I got stuffy and muggy this morning, so Aaron actually got out of bed fairly early, and I'm still like mildly thrown off. That is a nice golf carty thing. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you probably can. I always think the camera can't see it well, but it's just the fact that the screen shows it off. I mean, that is definitively a new one. We usually had the typical golf carts before, and that's like borderline four-wheeler. So I'm heading down to the hot tub. Aaron's just gonna come down, kind of be outside, relax in the sun. Do you want to hit the jets?
Sure.
All right. I always find it funny. It's like every time I come down here, there's always like random clothing people leave behind. I don't know. Yes, I fully meant to have my tape on. Okay, that is a skinned knee. That is a skinned knee. The one that I showed you guys last night. The moment that hit the water. I was like, just sit on your butt and then put your feet in. Not put your feet in, then sit on your butt. That's a good way to... Yeah. I mean, considering you probably could pull your shorts up a little bit if it was necessary. Oh, yeah, that's definitively a skinned knee.
Yeah.
At least it's not on the actual kneecap so I can kneel on stuff. Yeah, sun's still pretty low in the sky. So, plans for today, mod, probably a little earlier so we can get shopping done, get home, get that stuff done. Probably leave the house at about 2:30, make sure we get to the theater early.
Yeah.
I'd rather be at the theater early, get the tickets out and stuff. Movie's at 3:10, so.
I don't think it'll take 40 minutes to get there, so.
Well, I
It's nice to be a touch early.
considering we've been pushing it before, and we have reserved seats, yes. It's just, you know, this is like week 3. Because technically by our things, we would have gone last week, and we would have found earlier times, like on a Saturday, but Arlington. So that kind of took all that out. Anyway, did you turn the camera off? My hands are wet now. So, one of the stranger things I've actually heard was coming out of mod right then. 2 young guys thought they might have been kind of on a date, gay thing, but the one that was dressed nice was like, well, no, you're either pro-weed or you're anti-weed. And I don't know why anybody's pro-weed, because it's just a gateway drug to death. And I'm like, huh? What?
Somebody bought into the propaganda.
But I was like, he is definitively like so... Oh my God, we didn't talk about that last night. The guy who came into... or did we talk about that last night? The guy at Bandings that sat behind us.
Oh God. So he comes in, he's wearing a Florida sweatshirt. Nothing under it, I think. He's got silver hair. Not white, not bleached, but actually like shimmery silver. And he sits down.
It looked shimmery blue.
Yeah, it was that bluish silvery metallic.
Mermaid hair is what I believe they're calling that.
And he sits down and he says to the waiter after he looks at the menu, what's the most Portland thing on the menu? And TJ just stopped.
So he was sitting behind me, and I was facing Willie and Aaron, and Willie started losing it because he could see the look on my face. And like, I was like, and like they're continuing to have a conversation. I'm just like.
And the waiter is trying really hard to give something that's really Portland, but there's nothing really Portland there.
Tachos.
Tachos, yeah.
The tachos. But that guy would have not been able to eat all of the tachos. He would have looked at that and went, you're trying to feed me poison. No, like you don't go to Bandings for something ridiculously Portland. If you like that, you go to Southeast Portland to the hipster district and you find something that's all organic and healthy and all that stuff. That'll be the most Portland. Because the most Portland thing is just what is very relaxed food. Tachos. Bacon, cheese, sour cream, guacamole on tater tots. Not even chips, tater tots.
I think probably the most Portland thing they have there is actually like the smoked salmon salad.
But that's almost even pushing it. That's the most Northwest.
Yeah.
What's the most Oregon thing you have on here? We could just give you a piece of wood. You can chew on it like a beaver. Oh my god, I got a sliver. I'm gonna sue you. Get out.
Eating wood.
Get out. So we're off to Freddy's. So I was not feeling it last week. But Aaron got a little bit of video of it, and I put it in the vlog, but we didn't get anything about it because I didn't talk about it afterwards. So this is a salt rock that you can serve meat on. I don't get it. That seems to be Portland seems to be trumping itself every week with something more pretentious.
So there's a reason for that. So the reason you would do a salt rock is because salt desiccates bacteria and it's antimicrobial as a result. So rather than having something that you put the meat on and then have to scrub with salt and soap and hope it doesn't soak in and all of that, you use a salt rock that's much easier to clean.
It also makes your stuff hella salty tasting. Yeah, but it's like, it's not even that big. You know, I can only think that like weird people that don't eat much meat, not vegetarians, but don't eat much meat, are gonna be eating that little of meat. Oh, it's a serving plate. You do realize that I eat more meat in my tacos than was on that picture. Not the exact meats, but
yeah.
I mean, I understand it's a picture and it's supposed to be like, show this thing, but people are dumb and they're gonna try to do exactly what the picture shows that they can do on it, and they're gonna eat very, very little meat. And I'm like, this is...
To be fair, 4 ounces is the serving size, and that was a 4-ounce steak.
Love this one. Thulium. Thulium. TM. Anyways.
Thulium, trademark.
Trademark. Because it's not, you know, thallium, which I think is... Yeah, thallium is TL because we have thamium.
Thorium and thallium and thulium and thamium.
Thorium is T8. Whatever. Anyways, so we're gonna go to... We have the movies at
3:10.
3:10. So we're gonna get there a little early.
Grab our seats, even though they're reserved.
Yeah, and stuff, but make sure we get there early because I might have to search and find parking. Although Maud was pretty empty, even for the 12:30 rush. Sunny, I think people are getting out of their house more. They're not staying inside. They're going to the beach. They're having picnics. They're going to big parks. Yada yada. They're going down to Portland and the waterfront, which is a perfect time. I mean, if it's like Monday, it's gonna be like 90. So I can see people maybe, you know, if they had the day off, maybe wanting to go inside during that time because it's gonna be hot. But this is like the first serious day that we've had, you know, if only this was happening next weekend. Not because of the Raiders game, because that would be Memorial Day weekend. That would make a lot of people happy. A nice 80 to 90 degree weekend, 3-day weekend, that could literally recharge the entire Northwest of energy, and we'll be riding this whole high until like October. Unless they're sad hipsters, and then they're not gonna ride any highs. They're just gonna be like, oh my god, the clouds are back, I just wanna die.
That's what my Turkish colleagues are gonna be like. Yay, it's sunny. Oh man, it's raining again.
Alright, I just got out of the movie and I left there was really no good place really to put the camera.
Yeah.
So I had to cool it off with the air conditioning. He's futzing with something.
I was making the cord not go thing.
Okay.
I'm futzing with things.
Yeah. I need to figure out what's going on with my phone because I have a bunch of notifications I can't answer. Do you want to talk about the movie?
I don't even know what to say. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was exciting. It was it tied up loose ends, but also left room for some, which is good. Little G.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I never really know what to say.
Well, we'll probably hopefully talk about it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I feel like Aaron's going to start wanting to talk about it, and I'm not going to be anywhere near the camera. Because it's going to take a while for him to digest, and he's going to start talking.
Probably.
He gets notifications, and my phone's just like frozen.
Restart it.
Restart it? Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's stuck on a 3G tower for some reason. Which is like probably way too far away to get a decent data signal out of. Even though there's, I don't know. Well, yeah, because I told Max to text me if, he had stuff that he knew he was doing for this evening and whatnot. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for, that text, if he even sent one. So that's what I'm kind of hoping on. If I'm not getting decent signal, then
It's not gonna happen, which
Not
is
gonna
why
happen.
I had you restart.
did you like any of the jokes from it?
Oh god, all of them. Whole Groot bomb sequence, which we saw from previews, was still funny.
Yeah.
I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I'm Groot. The scene with Mantis and Drax, and Drax just being very dumb frat boy about everything, wasn't all that. Like I wasn't impressed with it. I wasn't. It was very low level humor, low hanging fruit.
Oh, the empath scene.
Yeah, the empath empathy scene. It's interesting that Yondu's frill hair thing was what helped him control the arrow,
Yeah.
and that it isn't required, in spite of that.
No, it is.
Oh, was the other dude wearing a?
Yeah, he was wearing the big fin. He was wearing like the full-blown mohawk at the end. This phone will probably be better once we get home and I get on a Wi-Fi then.
Are you still on 3G?
Still on 3G. The phone's also very, very hot. So, we, a little sore here. We went to, that door's locked. We gotta go out this one. We're here like late, because they're closing. They close at 9 o'clock. And, yeah, I should probably show Eric. I'm standing outside the door. Yeah, see, there's little Cooperstown. I mean, aside the fact that we came in like near the end and whatnot, but yeah, like they've got like, I had the Hall of Fame nachos. They got a bunch of other stuff. You had meatloaf? Mm-hmm. How was that?
Not great.
Well, it's meatloaf.
So it came out a bit cold. Not cold, but sat there waiting for a bit. Not too awful. But it was also very salty gravy, probably because it had been boiling away all day.
Okay.
Which tells me they don't prep at the time of the order. They prep and reheat.
And they'd probably be better during an actual busy time. I mean, they had people here, but again, they close at 9 and we came in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, another reason why I tend to have the rule of thumb of don't go to some place that's closing soon. Just because I remember being in places and they're like, I'm going to, like, people who come in and shop at, like, Target or something. They're like, I'm coming in, I got to do all my shopping. Like, honey, you are doing like $120 worth of Target shopping. It wasn't. It was a grocery store that I was actually sitting outside waiting for a friend, and this lady went in and she did like $200 worth of shopping.
Yeah.
Like half an hour before they closed.
But yeah, in my mind, us sitting there for probably felt like longer than it was, but from the time we walked in till the time we were served was 40 minutes.
Something like that. But again, they were closing, so I'm not.
They were closing, but they took a while to take our order.
I know.
I counted it as 2 strikes, that it took so long to come to us and then took so long to get our food.
Okay. Morning. I'm in the. Realized since the channel will be, since like as Willie says, his JV team is getting their pads this week. I better make sure that there's a playlist ready to go, because apparently in the games and apparently the practices are getting a fair number of views. So I'm thinking I should probably put up a playlist that just has those, so people can watch those in a row, and thus put in this vlog to that playlist and just have everything in like a relative order. So that's what's going on there. How'd your morning go?
It didn't feel rushed. It felt really good, but apparently we're like 10 minutes late.
Well,
It didn't feel like it took as long as it did, though.
Yeah, you actually came out of the bedroom later than you typically did, and I was about ready to run in there thinking you fell asleep because you actually got out of the shower. You were up at normal time, but then you got in the shower and you're sitting on the bed for an excessive period of time, which made me think, oh shit, he fell asleep.
I probably did.
Oh, there's a graveler back there. And then since you came out of the bedroom a little later than usual, you sat down on the computer and you picked up Star Trek Timelines, and you were like, just this little bit, just this little bit more. And I'm sitting there watching you for like 4 minutes doing stuff with, I'm like,
As we all know, 4 minutes is an eternity.
can be when you're waiting for someone to do something. 4 minutes can be an eternity. Time is relative. 4 minutes at a stoplight is forever.
Yes.
4 minutes on the treadmill can be forever. It can be no time at all. And a Geodude. I picked up a graveler back by the apartment, and now there's a Geodude right here. Oh, no. He's from original gen.
Okay.
We just haven't found many Geodudes, and I don't know why around here. Out of the entire time this game's been out, we've had so many other Pokemon, I just haven't found Geodudes. Ever. Guardians of the Galaxy, it was like... I knew there was going to be something up with his dad. I've just seen entirely too many storylines.
Yeah.
In general. And so, you have that much going on, i.e. with his dad, and I was like, I kind of even figured it was something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be pure altruism, but he realized that he had seeded because he seemed entirely too excited that his kid, and then I was like, he's either the only one, he's either the only child, which is entirely possible, or he's like one to, yeah. First one to exhibit such capabilities, and it wound up being that one. And it was probably just due to the confluence of human DNA, because guess what? Humans tend to be...
Humans are special.
Humans are special in a lot of cosmos. Even in StarCraft, they're special in their own way because they persevere. You can beat them back to like very small. They just get up, they move, and they start all over from the very bottom. And that's what Delenn said. Humans, they form communities. Wherever they go, they make sure to form communities. And it's like where any other species would have just bowed down to the Minbari fleet, the humans put up like a final stand for their home world. They knew they were finished.
Yeah.
And they still fought. It's like even in their final hour, we still admired them for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, that was Naroon that said that, I think. Whatever. It's very, very warm. Even kind of muggy morning. No, it's just because we're near a bunch of forests and we're also in a wetlands. But as a side note, it's starting to get to the point where I notice when people have iPhones versus Android, because they're still typing.
Yeah.
I'm just so surprised they haven't baked it in to iPhones by now.
I think it's not a priority for Apple, and you can't, as far as I know, mod the keyboard on an Apple device. Yeah.
You can't even get like an app?
I don't think you can, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
Like you can get supplemental keyboards like the GIF keyboard or whatever. But I don't know if you can get different keyboards, like SwiftKey. No, because SwiftKey's... I don't know. Maybe you can.
Anybody know? Comment below.
Yeah, any Apple users, let us know. I'm genuinely curious.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything about Guardians of the Galaxy? You've had time to digest, process?
The jokes were awesome. The thing with his dad, I feel like his power could have been expanded upon. Like Quill's, not Dad's.
Yeah.
Like I think the last fight could have been a much different fight, and it would have made the movie more interesting, but they didn't really have time for it.
That's true.
Aside from that, yeah, it's just really enjoyable. Like it's... I think critics tend to call movies like it a romp.
Just like, for my sanity's sake, you may want to get away from using that word if that fashion trend tends to continue. I do not. I don't like the idea of rompers. I don't. In fact, there was something someone posted last night. It was like somewhere out there, somewhere there's a guy with a man bun trying on his romper with a spinner in one hand and a vape pen in the other. And I commented, "I will kill that man." To which one of his friends would like defend it, and I'm like, please don't defend. Like, this is like, that whole person right there sounds like Portland turned to 11.
Yeah.
With like artisan locally roasted coffee in a camel pack.
No. Putting in a camel pack would dilute the flavor, make it taste like BPAs.
Yes, the Bonneville Power Administration. Anyways, so nothing more?
Nothing more. Bye.